Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another episode of Shameless FC. Back at the original time of Friday, 6 p.m. We don't usually do double headers of Shameless FC, but the games are coming thick and fast, and there was a lot of great football to discuss over the midweek as well. So we're going to chop it up. We're going to get all into the action as well. We're going to be talking about the United Arsenal game. As you can tell from Ryan's smile, he's going to go through the Everton Liverpool game as well. We will sadly be looking back at the Watford Chelsea game too, and when Neil comes through, we'll talk about the Leicester City result as well. Slav might be making a rare appearance today. He might be. So just going to have to wait.
Spurs won, Slav appears.
it really is like that.
Spurs win, Arsenal lose, and Slav just appears.
Yeah. Oh, magically appears. Houdini.
Yeah, well, God forbid they don't drop any points to Norwich because he definitely won't turn up then. But I'll let you know if Slav turns up. What are you saying, Ryan?
Who they're playing this week? Norwich.
Yeah, they got Norwich. They can't really drop any points, but it's about whether they get shots on target or not. Big up everyone that's locked in, though. Smash the like and subscribe button, and let's get into it. First off, Ryan, I'm going to start off with you. How's your week been, bro? You all been good?
Bro, it's been good, man. It's been good, man. My team's on smoke at the moment. Nothing. Winning the derby, thrashing them. Yeah, it's nothing. It's good, man. Nothing can be better, man. It's all good at the moment.
Yeah, love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. Babs, what are you saying, bro? How's everything been? You been good, bro?
Yeah, I'm all blessed. Contrary to belief, I'm not fuming. I'm not pissed off. I'm just accepting it at this point.
Accepting? Well, that's kind
that's
of
the first
to be
stage,
honest,
yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
No, it's just like my point is this year I've made myself a promise of not to get too high when Arsenal win, not to get too low when Arsenal lose. So that's just what it is.
That's fair enough at the very least. I was going to say be realistic, but we will go straight into it. Flawless is just going to be a minute and they'll be back on. But let's talk about it. Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. Great match for the neutrals. In terms of quality on the pitch, it's a bit few and far between, but that's what kind of made the game entertaining as well. So much to talk about. The weird-ass first goal that was scored by Smith Rowe. Fred having the most Fred performance I've seen in my life. Arsenal getting an early equaliser from the Ronaldo first shot and then the penalty out of nowhere as well. It was a great game to watch. But Babs, as the guys supporting the team that didn't get the results they wanted, what's your thoughts going in? And also, Flawless, perfect timing, bro. What are you saying, man? How's your weekend?
Better timing than the older guy tackling the Old Trafford box, but here we are, man. I'm blessed. How's everybody doing?
Talk about
a glorious evening.
Right, what about the first half?
It's a glorious evening. What about the first half, fam? What about it?
Oh, you're not seeing Harry Maguire drag Tomiyasu to the floor?
Foul. Hey, look at this guy, man. That's a foul. It's a penalty.
Yeah, you lot are used to cheating now, Trafford, so I'm not surprised.
But guess what? We don't care. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Well, it was a penalty. You're right, Babs.
It was a penalty. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Manchester United are not getting penalties at Old Trafford.
Do you know what I will say? Do you know that first goal Arsenal scored? I see a lot of United fans and other fans like, oh, where's the fair play from Arsenal? You have fouled your own goalkeeper. That's not our fault. Yeah, it's your fault. If your player goes down, right, and it's your own fault, that's not to do with Arsenal. If anything, it was a clean goal. I don't want to hear this whole Arsenal cheated, Arsenal thing. Arsenal did exactly what we should have done, scored the goal because, you know what I mean? The keeper's down. It's an open goal.
Absolutely. Arsenal did exactly what they should have done and scored, and I have no complaints about it. And Arsenal also did exactly what they should have done, leaving with 0 points.
Do you think it's on the referee, though? Do you think it's more on the referee for not playing?
No, it's not on the referee whatsoever. Bro, if the keeper had gone down with a head injury, right, or say if it was like a proper bad injury and he'd like gone off the game after that injury, like fair enough, cool, we would have given a goal back. But the guy's gone down for no reason. He went down because he was like, he got a bit scared from the corner. Arsenal had a couple corners before that actually, where Arsenal like were proper threatening as well. So he probably just got a bit scared and dropped to the floor after Fred touched him.
It was his fault. I don't know. Lewis was watching the watch along I was doing. I was fuming with the. That's 110%.
Yeah,
my head was gone for
all day long.
I had to leave at half. I had to leave at half.
But you see, that's the issue, right? For the first 20 minutes, I would say Arsenal actually we were a far better team. We were like dominating, attacking third and doing shit. When we scored the first goal, we always just drop deep. We just drop deep. And now I've seen fans on Arsenal Twitter like arguing, is it managerial? Is it tactical? Is it the players? I think it's a bit of both, to be honest. But I swear I saw even tweets yesterday from people that were watching the game live in the stadium. They were saying like even at 1-0, Arteta is literally like begging his players to push up the pitch. Like he's literally saying, get up the pitch. And he's done it a few times at the Emirates as well. And I don't think it's a coincidence that when Arsenal attack the entire game, it's against the likes of Watford and Newcastle, because in those games, the younger players, they're not really scared, they're not nervous. But at Old Trafford away, you've got players like Ronaldo and Fernandes on the pitch. I think these players just get a bit like, oh, no, this is a bit, they don't have the balls for it right now. They don't have the mentality. And then you look at the more experienced players, Aubameyang and Partey, and I mean, Partey was having a stinker in that first half.
Yep.
Stinker in that first. He couldn't make a 5-yard pass. So I think it's a mix of both. So that's why I'm not trying to come here and be overreactionary. Oh, it's the manager's fault. You got to sack him. Or it's this player's fault. You got to get rid of him. It's just a matter of, it's a mix of both. And look, United, if you drop deep against United, no matter what team they have and the tactics or whatever, when you have quality like Fernandes, Sancho, Ronaldo, you're going to score goals. You're going to score goals. But the third goal, the penalty, that is a complete and utter mistake. That's just a young player losing his head. But listen, I'm not trying to be the typical Arsenal fan. Manager out when Arsenal lose, manager in when Arsenal.
How old Odegaard?
22 something.
22. Okay.
Yeah. No, listen, I've got nothing to come here, but I am a bit annoyed in that first half because I think, look, even though we didn't kill you guys off at 1-0, to get a penalty to kill the game off at 2-0 would have been massive. It would have been massive. That could have changed the entire game. But listen, fair play to United. They came back in the second half.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big up Fata as well, saying one word, Arsenalisation. I think it's a good word to describe some of the individual performances that you were talking about as well. Like Thomas Partey, which you said his form is completely dipped and he had an awful game against.
Do you know what I think he is, right?
Yeah.
I think we've realised, right? I think we realised with Partey's not the main guy. Like, he's a good midfielder. You know, on his day, he's a very, very good midfielder, as you saw last year at Old Trafford, right? But he's not the main guy. And Arsenal bought him to be the main guy. If he has a partner next to him that's got similar experience and is at a similar level, he'll thrive, right? But if he doesn't have that player next to him, he's going to struggle because he can't take control by himself. Hence why, in a weird way, he needs Xhaka more than Xhaka needs Partey.
But if this was Xhaka performing like Partey, Xhaka would be getting ripped apart.
Exactly that. I think it's just favoritism, but also because Xhaka's been here for longer. So he's had more of these type of games. But I will say, when Xhaka and Partey are next to each other, I see a far better Partey. So I don't think it's a coincidence. I think he needs that player next to him to almost help him out on certain occasions. And I could see Arteta's idea to start El Neni in the first place. You know, you're throwing in an experienced player who's actually very good at keeping the ball. Might be sideways, but he's good at keeping the ball. And to be fair to El Neni, I'm not sure what you guys thought, but I think he did alright.
El Neni was okay.
But yeah, listen, I think this game just shows that our Arsenal's more experienced players like Aubameyang and Partey, they're not at the level we need them to be on a consistent basis, especially in the big games like at Anfield away. These guys weren't there to be seen. At Old Trafford now as well, these guys really were awful as well. I mean, that second half, Aubameyang makes a tap-in.
I wanted to ask about Aubameyang because this is getting irregular with him.
Yeah, we're not getting past Bob saying there that Partey. So basically, Partey needs Xhaka to unlock him, a player that you're.
No, it's not unlock him. It's Partey needs an experienced player. He needs a proper good experienced player next to him. It is crazy, but you look at it. You look at the teams he's played for. Atletico Madrid, he had players like Saul Niguez next to him. You know, I'm talking about if you have just even a decent player next to him.
At Chelsea.
Was it Saul or was it I don't know, man. No, it was someone else.
It might have been Koke still.
Yeah, I think it was Koke. I'm not sure. Whatever. My point is, you need experience next to him. Partey is not the guy to take that midfield and go, right, this is my midfield, which he should do, by the way. So that's his fault. You know, Arsenal paid £45 million for that player, and we're not getting that. But when I say Xhaka for what he is, he's still good. He's actually one of the best in the league in terms of retaining the ball. So when you just have a player who can just keep the ball, that's why in certain times yesterday, he needs to drop off deep Partey, but he doesn't want to do that. He wants to just stay high up the pitch. He's scared to get the ball. He's not showing character. And the few times he actually did drop off to collect the ball, Arsenal play for United on a few occasions. So look, it is what it is. It's a defeat. But do you know what? At the start of the season, if you said to me that in December, Arsenal would be 1 point off the top 4, above United and Tottenham, I would have taken that.
So what, regardless of the performances against the top sides in the league, are you happy with?
No, that is a concern. That is a massive concern. That is a massive concern. I mean, the City, Liverpool, Chelsea, it annoys me, but they're better teams. United, yesterday, it hurts a lot more. But at the same time, I look at the game itself and I go, we caused it to ourselves at certain occasions. I mean, that penalty that we give away, that's our bad doing. If he doesn't have that bozo moment, Arsenal might get a point, I'd still be disappointed, by the way, because United were there for the taking. But at the same time, to go to Everton after, we got Everton away next. Arsenal always struggle with Everton away, no matter how bad Everton are, right? If Arsenal could get 4 points out of 6 at Old Trafford at Everton, I would have taken that. But now, you know, you give away the point, that's stupid. But I guess it is what it is, man. I'm not trying to just go over the top and go, season's over, end it now, Arteta out, get the banners out. Because that's what Arsenal fans are. We're too reactionary. Just take the step back and just reassess the entire situation.
I do agree with that. Arsenal fans are definitely too reactionary.
Big up Fata
Go on.
Big up Fata saying Gabriel over AC.
Yeah, 100%.
That's mad.
100%. 100%.
Let's talk about it.
What do you mean? Gabriel is a left-sided centre-back. AC is a central centre-back. It's not a good comparison in the first place. But yeah, I'd have Gabriel over him. That's just my type of centre-back.
Mama calling him the Copacabana Tyrone Mings, but we move in the chat.
What did he play bad yesterday? Did you think he was bad yesterday?
I didn't think he was bad. I never said he was relaxed.
No, for the context, this is what Robbie said, and he was in a video with Rory.
I would agree. I think Gabriel. I would no, but put it this way: it depends on what centre-back you want. If you want a calm, composed one, AC's the guy. You know. Calm, fair enough. If you want an aggressive, big, powerful centre back, Gabriel's the guy. You know, but it's a poor comparison. It's a poor comparison in the first place. Rudiger's more like Gabriel.
Okay, so is that a nice word to say erratic, or just want to?
Yeah, no, not erratic, but just more aggressive. Like naturally, AC is just a calm, composed player. He wants to drop off deeper. You know, just play at his own pace. Whereas Gabriel and Rudiger, they're both aggressive centre backs. They want to get in your face. They want to be. They're powerhouses. AC is basically a pussy. That's what he is.
Gabriel or Rudiger? What are you saying?
Oh, Rudiger, because Rudiger's more proven. But like I'm saying, Gabriel will be better. But Rudiger's in his prime years. You know, he's just won the Champions League, so it'd be stupid for me to go Gabriel's better than Rudiger. But in a back four, maybe it could be different because I've seen Rudiger play in a back four and he does struggle sometimes.
He's got a point.
Lampard tax, but it is what
maybe it's Lampard tax.
Yeah, hefty Lampard tax. Sorry, was our best defender. AV says I feel like Babs is Desi Robbie, smart Arsenal fan. Big up yourself, AV. Nippon said, yo, who timed me out? I have no clue who timed you out, but I can make a personal guess. But I have no idea.
I think I know.
Yeah. So do I. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think
I haven't got a clue. Flawless, we'll turn to you as well. How does it feel to finally get a result against Arsenal, bro?
Hey, it's Ollie, innit? We had a League One level manager in charge. As soon as he's gone, all of a sudden we moved to Arsenal. That is not a surprise and it's not.
Yeah, moved to Arsenal.
I was confident. Now, in terms of move to you, in terms of the result, we moved to you. How many points did you get? That's what I'm not talking about.
No, you said result. I thought you meant performance because the performance is average.
I don't do that. The performance wasn't good. But when I seen the lineup, I didn't expect a good performance. When I seen McFred in midfield, when I seen Maguire next to Lindelof, when I seen Bruno, I was like, we are just going to individual brilliance our way to this win. And that's exactly how it happened. I was confident going into this game. Go look at all the previews. Go look at me. Last time we was on Shameless beforehand. Because I've said this before, Arsenal are not a good side. And we gifted you a goal. And that's why I was so pissed about your attack is not good. Before yesterday, you had scored less goals than Newcastle. You haven't won the game all season. No. You had less goals than Newcastle.
No, we beat Newcastle on the weekend and scored more goals.
No. Not beat them, but I'm talking about
as in after we beat Newcastle, we went over Newcastle in goals.
Oh, so you had one more. That's my point.
I don't know one more. It wasn't good enough. You're right.
Yeah, but that's what it is. And I looked at the Arsenal side and I went, we can get at these. I'm like, and I didn't understand why Arsenal fans who I was talking to were gassed up thinking they were getting a result. I don't know what it was. My team has been bad. My manager was awful. Obviously, Ragnick's in the building now. And I'd stated this, like, I didn't understand where the delusion came from. I didn't understand where the confidence come from. If roles were reversed and Arsenal had the individual quality that Manchester United have and we had a poor side with a new manager, I'm not confident going into any games. Go back and look at Shamelesses when United are playing and Lewis is trying to bait me and like, why are you not confident? You got all of these ballers, blah, blah, blah. That's why he's laughing, the prick. And I'm like, I'm not confident because I know this team. And I know this manager. So I didn't understand where Arsenal are one of the worst sides to come to Old Trafford this season. And we've had Leeds and Newcastle come. Your side is bang average. And that's Arteta's team. 9 out of the 10 outfield players or 8 out of the 10 outfield players are his signings. So that's why when I hear excuses, I'm like, this is his team. That's his back five. He signed the entire defense and the goalkeeper and Thomas Partey.
Are you talking about Ollie here or Arteta?
No, I'm talking about Arteta here.
Okay.
Look at about Ramsdale's his signing. Tavares is his signing. Tomiyasu's his signing. Gabriel's his signing. Ben White's his signing. Partey's his signing. So
they were signing spot. Out of all those players there, was Ramsdale poor yesterday?
Ramsdale wasn't poor enough.
Nah,
was Tomiyasu poor?
No, Tomiyasu wasn't poor.
Was Gabriel poor?
Bang average.
No, but when they poor play, did they cost off the result? My point is, I think what go on.
I was saying, my point is, it's a bang average team for all the money that's been spent. That's why I wouldn't hear it. You're looking to see significant improvement. Your team's bang average.
I think it's a good team. I don't think it's bang average. Bang average is moderate. Bang average come across. Bang average to me is mid-table. I don't think Arsenal are a mid-table team. That first 11's not mid-table team.
The reason why I say that, it depends on the quality of the Premier League is not good. This is why there's only 4 teams in the Premier League with a plus in their goal difference. Take out the top 3 from this league, the quality of the league is not good. Yes, And I've been saying this for the longest, and people looked at me like I was mad. Babs did, Agal did when I was saying these things. You could whoever you argue is the 4th best team in the league, whether it's Arsenal, whether it's United, whether it's West Ham. None of these sides are good teams. Arsenal are not a good team. Manchester United are not a good team. West Ham, a decent team. Who else is this? Spurs, their manager came out and said the level of Tottenham is not very high, yet you could argue they are in a top 4/top 6 race. I've said this for the longest. Arsenal are one of the worst sides I've seen come to Old Trafford. That's the most confident I've been. Not so much because it adds in because it's Arsenal, but also because Ollie's gone. If Ollie was in charge, Arsenal, we don't win that game. Arsenal win it or it's a draw. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm not. But I didn't understand where it came from Arsenal.
I'll go back to yesterday's game. There was not a moment where I read where United were all over Arsenal. I didn't see that.
Absolutely not. No,
I didn't see you smother Arsenal. So it's not like United won yesterday's game because Arsenal were awful. It was more because we were we do you know what it is? We are pussies at times. We don't want to kill the game off. We don't want to take it to teams. Now, this is the difference between
welcome in, Slav.
Yes, Slav.
This is the difference between Chelsea's, City's, Liverpool's, and Arsenal. Right? The reason is City came to you guys and they killed you off. Chelsea came, Chelsea didn't because they were a new manager. I don't know what happened to Chelsea, by the way. But Liverpool came, they killed you off. Arsenal went 1-0 up. They got the goal. It's time to kill you off because you guys were there to be taken. You were. But Arsenal, instead of that, were like, oh, let's give these guys respect. They've got Ronaldo, they've got Fernandes, and they dropped off deeper. In fact, I'd say Arsenal were far more threatening when they gave no respect. And they were just attacking constantly and keeping you guys under pressure. That's when Arsenal looked most dangerous.
So minus the goal that you scored, which was De Gea's fault, so that's a mistake on our part. There was the save from, I think it hit Gabriel's shoulder, and De Gea made it. How De Gea made the save? How many saves?
There was a couple in that first 5 minutes. Arsenal had a goal line clearance from Rashford.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Rashford that as well. The goal line clearance. You had the Gabriel chance. Odegaard scored his goal. You had Martinelli's pass to Aubameyang, where Aubameyang missed the tapping basically. There's a few. I don't know if it was offside. I think it was onside actually because that's why they kept this big chance.
Was it onside? So we're saying my point is.
So Arsenal had a couple chances. Arsenal aren't not good going forwards. I know that for a fact. I've seen Arsenal play. I've never said Arsenal are good going forwards, but to say that Arsenal are average defensively for me is not the truth. I think Arsenal are a better team defensively. But the issue here is Arsenal don't have decisive attackers. We have introverts in the attack. Players that don't want the ball. They don't want the pressure. Right? And then the only player that actually wanted the ball yesterday was Gabriel Martinelli. And that's why he was causing United the biggest issues, because he wanted the ball, he wanted to take it to United's defence. If we had more players like Martinelli running at your defence, we would have caused you a lot more issues. But in terms of, you say the whole, it's Arteta's team. I'd say the bottom half of that team, in terms of the defence and goalkeeper, I'd say it's perfectly fine. I don't see the need to have massive upgrades there, as of right now, to get top 4. The issue is the attack.
To get top 4, so you think that team is good enough to get top 4?
No, I think that back 5. In my opinion, I think it's more than good. Yeah, I think, I've seen enough of it. I've seen enough of it, right? Play week in, week out. I think they are good enough. And look, by the way, getting top 4 is not always beating United, Chelsea, City. It's actually just Arsenal Wenger used to get Arsenal under Arsenal Wenger used to always United to Chelsea to City to Liverpool, but they'd always beat the smaller teams. And that's what Arsenal have done. That's why Arsenal are where they are right now in the league. We always beat the little teams. And that's what we're going back to right now. But in terms of these big games, Arsenal were better last year than this year, right? We beat United at Old Trafford last year. We beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. The reason why it's changed now is he stopped changing his tactics. He stopped going to, for certain games he'd go to a back 5. Certain games he'd go to a back 3. This year he's just going, I don't care. I'm sticking to my guns. And that's where Arsenal are getting blitzed. It's because we're not ready for that formation. We're not ready for that system to play against big teams that have threats like United have, like City have, like Liverpool have, like Chelsea have. That's why Arsenal are getting killed off. Last year at Old Trafford, Arsenal were resolute, solid. We played a back 5. At Stamford Bridge, we were solid. Even though, Chelsea had chances, we won 1-0, we were solid. We parked the bus, basically. Even at Anfield, we lost, was it 3-1, but we were like... This year, high lines, it was suicidal, it was an issue, but this is what Arsenal fans want. Arsenal fans want a style of play, right? Mm-hmm. They want an attacking style of play. They want to have a high line. They want to be aggressive. Well, this is the issue. When you have that and your players are ready for that, or they aren't experienced for it, or don't have the natural confidence for it, you're going to get blitzed against teams that have quality.
But if you're going to get blitzed and have the confidence, that's the manager who's signing them. The reason why I'm not hearing, but
he hasn't signed out of the attackers.
This is his team.
The attackers that started yesterday. He hasn't signed Martinelli. He hasn't signed Aubameyang. He signed Odegaard, and he brought Smith Rowe. I think we did
lose the game because you're attacking.
I think the moment Arsenal lost that game was because we said to ourselves, No. You conceded 2 goals, but the reason why is because the best way to defend is to attack. If you keep the ball in the opposition third and keep the ball as far away as possible from your own goal, you're not going to be a threat. United have some counter-attacking threat, but United's goals weren't counter-attacks yesterday. They were goals that we literally sat back and go, give you the ball. And when you have space, exactly, that's a defense, that's an organisational error. But like, if I keep going back to it, if you have the manager on the sideline clearly indicating to his team, get up the pitch, and these players don't want to respond, it goes back to going back into the shell. Because against teams that aren't good enough, or teams like Newcastle and Watford, which I think is just scared. I think they're just scared. They're pussies. That's what it is. They're introverts.
They're pussies, and that's on him again.
No, I think the experienced players here. I don't expect Ben White to go to Old Trafford and go, let's boss this. I don't expect Gabriel to do that either. But I'm looking at Thomas Partey. No, he's a good player. He's got potential, good potential. But I didn't say he's better than Rudiger, did I? I didn't say he's...
No, not better than Rudiger. I'm saying about right now, and this is my point. Is
he's a good player. He's a good player.
I call you an average side. A good side beats us. We were there.
But in this game, for example, when Arsenal's young players are backing off, they're getting back into the show. It's down to the experienced players like Partey to go, no, give me the ball, I'll make something happen. But you give Partey the ball, he'll give the ball away. So how are you meant to then believe in that guy next to him?
He's not good enough who Arteta signed, so that falls.
He's not that he's not good enough. He's an introvert. He's too scared. He needs someone to be a leader next to him.
He's not good enough.
Not good enough. It's like, oh, he's an awful player. He's not an awful player. Look at the Arsenal. Look at the Arsenal second goal. Look at the Arsenal second goal. Who plays that pass to Martinelli?
My point is, like, back to the
He's got moments in him, but my issue, he's not as consistent enough.
Of what I was saying is a good side beats us. We were there for the taking.
No, we do beat you. We do beat you.
But you didn't.
But we cost ourselves that game. Not United weren't good. United will bang average. You talk about the worst teams that Arsenal played this year. I think you rank up there as probably the worst teams Arsenal have played as well.
My point.
And I think the reason why we lost is because ourselves. We are our biggest enemies. That's how it is. You know, it's not like Man. I've heard a few United fans say, "Oh, this is the moment. We're back now, and this is just that." Bro, you are not back. I have seen you, but the thing is, you look with United's quality, you're gonna cause teams issues. It's not like you just beat Arsenal. You drew the team top of the league the week before. You know, you caused Chelsea issues. So if you can cause Chelsea issues, you're gonna cause Arsenal issues as well.
We didn't cause Chelsea. We didn't cause Chelsea no issues.
You caused some issues in the second half. You caused issues.
We were defensively better. That was it.
It was Jorginho
giving them assists. I thought you caused some problems. There's a reason why Chelsea didn't win that game. You know, maybe it's poor finishing or whatever.
No.
But my point is,
the reason why we didn't win that game is the reason why Chelsea didn't win that game. One is poor finishing. Two, we were defensively better. That's what that was. We offered nothing. We did not cause them problems in their defensive
bench
absolutely not. And again, like I said, the reason why you're a bang average side is because an above average side beats us. We were missing our two best centre backs and our two best midfield players.
Who's your two best centre backs?
Bailly and Varane. There are two best.
But Bailly and Varane never start, so it's actually Varane. And
No. What I'm saying is, ability-wise, I'm talking about when missing.
Yeah, but who normally starts for you when fully fit? Maguire and Varane. So your best centre backs are Maguire and Varane.
If you believe Maguire is one of
it's like me saying that Xhaka is one of Arsenal's best midfielders. But when they're fully fit, it's Xhaka and Partey.
That's cool. I'm not talking about who starts. I'm talking about ability-wise, because when Bailly's played, we've been miles better.
But that's your opinion, though, isn't it? I think Bailly's average. I don't think he's good at all.
So you think Maguire is better than Bailly?
He might be, yeah.
Oh my god!
And I don't even rate Maguire. I don't even rate Maguire. But if Bailly was so much better, why is he not start? Why is he not starting the Solskjaer? Why is he not starting the Mourinho? I just don't get it. But Bailly's a player.
See that? That's how you're talking nonsense. Maguire wasn't there when Mourinho.
He wasn't there with the Mourinho.
No, but he's been at United for a couple of years now. How come he's still not a regular first team starter?
Alonso, one, he's always injured.
He's always injured. There you go.
He's injured regular, number one, and number two.
Was he fit yesterday?
Good enough, hence why he sucked. Yes.
Oh, so there you go. So he was fit yesterday. He was available yesterday, and he still couldn't play.
Yeah, because his Carrick in the dugout. That's why.
Because his Carrick. Wasn't Carrick there? Wasn't Carrick there even prior to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
As a coach, yeah.
So that point is that in terms of coaching regimes, Bailly's been there for a long term. Here's a coach, right? Here's a coach who was a part of the guys that signed Bailly, and he still. Yeah, and he still did not start with Harry Maguire.
Because the coaching regime is not good enough, hence why they've left. That's why they've been sacked.
Bro, if anything, right, watching United play yesterday, even though you beat Arsenal, I didn't see a team that was clear of Arsenal, right? Right? And bear in mind, I'm looking at United as rivals right now in terms of the top four race, right? So you're right, Arsenal lost the game yesterday, and it wasn't good enough, and we were bang average, right? Mm-hmm. But in terms of Man United, you didn't put me in the sense of, oh, right, these are so much better than us. Like, we can't compete with these. We can compete with these. And if on another day, Arsenal get their penalty in the second half, go 2-0 up, they'd win that game comfortably. right?
Yeah,
That's just how
he
football works,
shoulda,
though.
coulda-
But
shoulda, coulda,
if
didn't.
if United are playing like that against Arsenal, who you, by the way, think are a bang average team, I don't, obviously, but you do, fair enough. Then in terms of the top four race, that gives me a lot more confidence because Man United are meant to be the
what?
favourites. Man United are
We are
meant
the
to be up there with a title, right? And United aren't.
we're not.
So I'm
We're
not sure how much
meant to be up there
Ranić can change. I'm not
We're
sure how
not
much
meant
he
to
can
be up there
change.
with the title.
But in
No,
terms
he
of the
can't
whole
do
top
that.
four race now, you've got West Ham, you've got Arsenal, then Tottenham, Man
Norwich.
United. That's the order right now.
Oh, you're talking
Right?
about? I thought you
Yeah,
were
that's
talking
the order right now. The order right now, I think in total 3 points separate all four of those sides, right? So
I
Arsenal
just
in that
thought I'd
race right
jump
now.
in there, but yeah.
That one sec before you go,
go
Slabs.
for it.
That team won't play as well. That was an Ollie team, and that's why the
So
manager.
what's the major changes? Varane comes back from injury, but what else changes after that?
Donny plays in the midfield. Donny might.
Donny, where does he play?
As a if he plays 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 as a 6 or as a 8, because we've seen the differences.
As a
Donny's made.
6?
Yeah, as a 6.
Do you think
In the
Donny van de
Premier
Beek can play as a 6?
Absolutely. Next to
And why
Matic,
is that?
yeah.
Have
Because
you
I've
seen his
seen it-
defensive
I've
game?
seen
Is
it
it good enough to
twice.
play as an out and out
Seen it
6?
twice.
Especially
Yeah.
in a 4-2-2 formation where you need a player to be resolute defensively.
Listen to what I'm saying.
But that's
Never
what
seen-
Ranić's going to play. That's his go-to
I
formation.
don't know. I don't know what he's going to
So So when you say
But I
6, you
think
mean
he's
6
good
in a
enough.
4-2-3-1?
in a 4-2-3-1, yes. In a double
So who's the 6 next to him then?
Matic.
Matic. And who's in front of him?
I'm seeing it. I'd like to see Pogba, personally.
Not
That's me.
Fernandez.
No. But it's an
Okay.
option. It's an option. But
Okay.
that's my point is Donny is good
Fair
enough.
enough.
Because Donny is,
Look.
again, to answer your question, wait, let me go because I'll let you go. Donny is miles better than the option we have in there in McTominay. Every time Donny plays, you see the massive difference because he's more than a quadruple upgrade. He is more than quadruple the player
Is he?
McTominay is. Yes.
No, he
McTominay
is as a
awful.
better player, but is he a 6? I don't see him as a
He's the
6.
best
I see him as more of an
McTominay's
8.
not- wait.
If you had a
I'll respond to that.
4-3-3,
Let me
go on.
respond to that. McTominay is not a 6.
No, he is.
He's never played as
McTominay is
he's
a
never
6.
played as a 6. He's never played as a 6 on the
So what is he then? What is he? He's an 8.
He played
I don't
as
think
attacking,
anyone
yes,
knows
he's
what
an 8 and a 10.
McTominay is.
But he's an
McTominay is a
awful
6.
player.
McTominay is
not
a
He's
ball
not a
retention
6.
player. You give him
He's
he's like
not a
Onani.
6.
You give him the ball, he'll
He's
just
not
he'll
a
just
6.
retain the ball. He's not
He's
a
not a
8.
6.
He don't attack the box. Van de Beek does.
I'm telling you
Van de
right
Beek
now,
excels
you're
at Ajax.
I'm telling you-
The reason why
I'm
you
telling
signed
you
Van de
right
Beek from
now, he's
Ajax
not
in the
six.
first place is because of his attacking runs. How
No,
would you
we
then
signed
play
him because he's a good player. No. We
No,
signed
but
Donny because
he
he's a good
thrived at
player.
Ajax because of runs in behind. Go back to the
You
Champions
had him.
League run when Ajax got
Again-
into the semi-final.
again,
His
as
runs
you're
in behind
talking-
were his main
you're
strength.
talking about
How are
things
you
you
meant to
don't know
have
about
that
him.
if you play him as a
But
6?
You're talking about things you don't know about because our coaching staff are not good enough. You can't refer to things they did. This is why they were underperforming.
No, I'm not talking about what I'm talking about what Ajax did. Van de Beek,
I'm not talking about
Van de
it.
Beek didn't strive at Ajax playing as a 6.
I'm
He
saying
strived at
he
Ajax
plays
playing
it.
as an
He's
8,
more
as a
than
10.
capable of it. I've
So
seen
I
him
think,
play
if
it.
anything, it's a bit naive, in my opinion at least.
What
I think playing Van de if I was in charge of United, I wouldn't play Van de Beek as a 6 because he's not a 6.
cool.
He's a great player,
Option.
but he's not a 6.
Yeah, I'm saying it's
And
an
the
option.
comments can agree or disagree on that because I want to know what they're
I said it's
thinking
an
as well at this
option.
point.
I never said definitely he plays as a 6 because I don't know.
No,
what
but you'd say your
Rashford
starting 11 would
option.
have Van de Beek, Matic, Pogba as a 10, the wingers wherever they are, and a striker. That midfield is way too attacking, in my opinion. There, you've got 2 10s in a formation where you need a 6 and an 8.
But Donny can
But-
play. The thing is, you said Donny can play.
I think what you
However,
personally, what I think
like
you've
I'm
seen
saying-
is Van de Beek. I think you've seen him putting cameos in, and you think potentially
seen him
if
play as a
United,
six.
one sec, if United have an attacking philosophy where you're constantly attacking, yes, Van de Beek is great, and in certain games you can do it. But playing Van de Beek at 6 is like playing Pogba at 6. It doesn't work.
And
That's
for
not
the
his
most
position.
part,
That's
you
not
touched
where he
it,
thrives.
You touched You touched on it there. If you're going to dominate the ball, which Manchester United should be doing against most teams, then yes, it can work. You just said that there out of your own mouth, and that's what I'm expecting Manchester United to do. We have the players to do that. We just haven't had the manager or the coaches to do that, and that's why you'll see the world of difference. This is why I think I've said it from the jump. We'll finish above you lot. And now even more so, Ollie's going to go. As bad as we've been, we've had a League One level manager. We're only 2 points behind you. And we
Big
have a
up
favourable
Flatter as
running
well,
coming up.
saying ever
Yeah,
Yeah,
since
but that League One level manager, the
Oh,
years
there you go.
before prior to that, finished 2nd and 3rd.
Because
So
that's how good
my
the players
point is,
were.
if that's how good your team
wait,
is,
that's how good the players were. Because the individual.
no, if that,
yeah,
but that team has not depreciated.
mic
You've
one?
only gotten better. You've added
Man,
more
he
quality.
properly
Varane and
No, it's
Ronaldo.
more unbalanced. It's more unbalanced now. And the
My
players
point
just
is,
like-
regardless of that, I'm going to ask the Chelsea fan, Liverpool fan, and even the Spurs fan. Watching United play yesterday, do you
Spurs
think they're gonna pull clear in the top 4 race?
First
I
off, is my
was
mic
Spurs,
working?
So I didn't watch it.
Now it is.
Your mic is
Now it
working.
better.
Okay,
Before it
good,
wasn't,
good.
yeah.
I didn't watch
Do
it.
you think
I
Man
didn't watch
United
the
are?
game.
Yeah, that's fair enough because Spurs are playing. But Liverpool fan Ryan, if you watch the game, do you think United are going to pull clear in the top 4 race because they've got some good games coming up for them?
I think based on their performance yesterday, no, but that's because Ragnick's not in charge. I think when Ragnick, a proper coach, gets hold of them, then yeah, I think they probably will pull clear
Thank you.
because they got too much quality there under a very good coach and a very well respected coach who knows tactics and knows football to pull clear of Tottenham, Arsenal, etc. So yeah, I think they probably will pull clear. The only thing that might stop that is I think they will get injuries in the next few months due to the players adapting to Ragnick's high intensity style of play. But then again, they've got such a good squad, especially in attacking positions, that might not even matter too much in the end, to be fair. I think they'll pull clear, especially with the good run they've got now.
I don't look at that. I look at that attack and I agree. They've got a lot of squad depth, but I look at their defense and that team in general. I still think there's a lot of imbalance there. Unless, I mean, if you, for example, if I was to see a team tomorrow, Rangnick's first, who have you got next? Who's your next game?
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
if you play Crystal Palace and I see a team with Van de Beek as a 6 and next to him is Matic with Pogba in front of him, I think that's imbalanced. And I don't think he'd do that in the first place.
Pogba's injured, so you won't see Pogba.
Okay.
No, but if he was to do that, if I was to see, I think that's a really imbalanced team.
It's
There.
imbalanced,
Now,
but it's still
if
against the field.
United go back to what worked for them last year, right?
give me
Which
the
is,
team
which
that's
is, and you might hate to hear this. I think it is Fred and McTominay. They give you balance.
You don't watch us.
It gives you. But I don't care if I don't watch you play. From what I've seen of you guys, no, because the games I have watched you play, I don't play you. I don't watch you guys play on a regular basis.
Man, just talking.
Nah, bro. When I have seen you play last season, you have seen Fred and McTominay give you guys balance. That's why you got second and third.
How are you giving input?
Were they not starters when you got second and third?
You know, I think input on something you don't.
Were they not starters when they got you second and third? Were they not starters?
Yeah, I agreed. I said yeah.
So they
Just
were
like
starters.
Partey, innit? Partey
So
is
hang on one
starter
second.
as well.
So your best seasons in recent years have come with them two in the midfield. So why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? You know, if as bums as they are, why do you think that is?
Because of the attack. Because of the attack.
Yeah, exactly. They were allowed to
Only.
attack. Fernandes didn't have the track
No,
back
they
because
weren't tagged
McTominay
because
and
they
Fred
were
were
conceding
there.
goals left, right,
Now I'm
and
not saying they're great. I'm not saying they are great, right?
Yeah.
If you want to play a front foot football, I'm not saying they're the best. But if you want to play counter attack football like you did yesterday, and you want to sit back and counter, they're perfectly fine. They are perfectly
They
fine.
played together this season and look how crap they've done.
Because it's
Yeah, because Ollie's tried to change it. He's lost the
Ollie's
balance.
not good enough.
His
Oh, yeah,
striker
Ollie's not
now
good
is no
enough.
longer working. His striker is a player who score goals, fantastic at Ronaldo, but he's a passenger. Even yesterday, he scored 2 goals, but most of them he was a passenger. So that's what's happened here. The lack of balance. And I think Rangnick's a great coach, but if he doesn't want to sacrifice egos for the balance, you're going to struggle just like you are on the Ollie, right? But if he's able to
Rangnick's
play a style of
allowed better than
football,
Ollie.
right, he will be. But if he can play a style of football and he doesn't care about who's the starters, he don't care about how do I fit Pogba and Fernandes in the same team. Yeah, you'll get top 4. But if he goes, right, I want Pogba, Fernandes, Ronaldo, Sancho, Rashford in the same team, you're going to struggle. You're going to unless you have a really solid defensive
You know
midfield.
who did that? You know who did that? Ollie did that. What you're talking
Yeah,
about.
no, he did. That's why
that.
you are where
That's
you
why
are this season. You've lost your balance. I don't know if Rangnick can change that ultimately unless he drops egos, which again
think
will
he
cause
will.
issues behind the scenes.
I think he will. But yeah, we'll still
We'll
be
see.
clear
No, I
anyway.
think with
so it's calm.
United in the next few months, I think there's no doubt they will concede goals and they will concede chances in the games they play with the next few months. But because of the attacking football they'll be playing and the attacking talent they've got, they will probably outscore most teams they play in the next few months, especially in the run of games they've got now against the quality of opposition. They will win most of their games, but they will concede goals at the same time. Like, I don't think anyone doubts that they will be shaky defensively.
They are horrific defensively.
Well,
And that's not
Big
just the
up-
Arsenal game.
One
I
sec,
meant the
guys.
Watford game. They were getting
Yeah,
annihilated.
One sec,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Big
go
up
on,
Fata
please.
saying ever since one individual said Arsenal on the way back to contention. Arsenal have conceded 5 to
said that?
Liverpool
Yo,
and
Babs,
3
that
to
wasn't
Manchester
you said
United.
that, was
A
it?
gal.
It was either you or
No, I didn't
Gal.
say
It
that.
must have
It was
been
a gal.
it must
It
have
was
been
a
a
gal.
When did I
Gal.
say
then.
that?
It was
No,
a
it
gal,
must
fam.
have been a Gal then.
What do you mean back into contention? What, top 4 or top title?
Both. He said both.
Yeah, he
Arsenal
said
and
No,
both,
he
didn't he?
didn't.
He said both.
That's a go. That's a go.
said
But
that.
yeah, as I
I
said,
remember.
Yeah,
It was-
am
it was a gal.
I annoyed after last night? Of course I am. I'm looking at
I
certain
would be
individuals
too.
sideways
Losing
now.
to that team.
But
Losing to McFred. I'd
But
be annoyed.
at the same,
Yes.
they're meant to be title top 4 favourites, so I don't know about that. But at the same time, I also like to use context, and the context is Arsenal have gone to Etihad now, gone to Anfield, gone to Old Trafford. So even though we've lost all 3 games and 2 of them very comfortably, right, Arsenal is still only 1 point off the top 4. So we're still in that race right now. So if Arsenal can go on and if they can, I think the next game's really important. If
Who
Arsenal
else
can
is?
Pardon?
There's loads of other teams. It's not just you, bruv.
Who else is 1 point off the top 4? You know, we are the only
Get
team.
the table and see.
Yeah, you're a couple, but listen, you're mid-table right now. Forget this.
We win on Sunday.
I'm talking mid-table. I ain't talking mid-table teams right now. Look, you look up, right? Don't look down.
My team. I
Don't
don't know how
look-
you can't defend
how-
yourself. It's all good.
My point is,
bruv. I've been listening
my-
to
my
this
point-
for the majority of it.
my
It's
point
Arsenal
is,
are
in my
generic.
opinion at least, and
that's
you guys can
okay.
completely disagree.
And that's okay, bruv. I don't. You need to. The thing is, a couple of other times at the beginning, you're like, "Oh, we don't get
Rodgers
gas
in,
when
Rodgers
we
out,
lose.
so
We don't
there you
get gas. We win." You got so gassed when Egal was on. You two are creaming yourselves over your top.
Yeah, no,
four.
what, hang on, we weren't creaming anything. We weren't
Creaming,
creaming.
man.
What did
And
I say in that video? Neil, what did I say in that video?
And I love it, Baz.
Let's go,
Again,
Neil.
my G,
But
I love you in it.
what did I say in that video?
And you know how
Talk.
I'm on this show.
Keep
I'll
going.
call it how it is.
You held this
I
in for a
remember
while.
you
I can
even
see the smile on your
breathed.
face. Your
You were
face is glowing
continuing
now,
to
right?
breathe. You were
You've had this
so
held in for a
over the
while.
moon, creaming yourself again and again and again. And Igal was there, and you're like, okay, I'm not that deep. But you were 80% there. But the majority of the time, we bring it out. We can take that all back.
No, but what did I say in that video? You guys can go watch it back if you want.
But when we're coming up to when you're getting towards top 4, we are back, we are this, we are that.
No
We
one
didn't
said
go
we're
as
back,
far
though.
as Egal, but that's not saying much. That's like saying
Yeah, but that's
not
one
going
off
to the
fan.
moon, I'm going to stratosphere. Do you know what I mean? We're going
That's
still
one
very,
fan.
very high.
No, but if you have one fan, it's like if someone was to say Vardy's finished, one fan would say Vardy's finished, right? If I was to then go, Neil, your entire fan base thinks Vardy's finished, it'd be very naive of me. And secondly, and one sec, in that exact video, what were my words? My words were, I'm not happy, I am just happier than last season. That's all it is. I'm not saying that we're back. Right, I'm saying we're better than last season, and that's what Arsenal are. This time last year, Arsenal was 16th. This time, a year later, Arsenal are 5th, a point off the top 4. Arsenal are better than last year. That's what I've said. So I don't know where you got this Arsenal are back, for example.
We're okay all the way through the season. I've been saying we're not good so far, and I've been keeping.
No, but
that
you are
same
not good. Your team's
mentality
average.
where we're going. But in terms of where you were, it going
Average
all the way up.
Look, where are they in the league right now? Where are they in the league right now? Are they in an average position or not? Neil, what position are you in right now? Please tell me. What position are you in?
I love how you deflected to my
I'm
team.
asking you a
Like
question,
fam.
right?
I'm
No,
talking
one
about
sec.
you
I'm
and
trying to
your
back up my
team
point
and
here.
your man to
Where
team.
are Leicester in the
I'm
table right now?
talking
Let's
about
have a look at where Leicester are on the
Are you
table. One
doing
sec.
all right,
Let's
man? Because
one
you
sec.
look a bit depressed.
But you can't see my face at all right now, so I don't know how you're looking. Leicester City sat 10th in the Premier League. 10th in the Premier League. I try to once again say to Arsenal, are you back? Bro, focus on mid-table battles.
League One, I'm still saying you're dead.
Hang on. Let me just go through your last 5 games. A draw, a win, a loss, a draw, and a loss. That's. Oh, I'm so scared of Leicester. Shaving my timbers. Oh my god. Jeez, I'm shivering here right now. Leicester City are really bad. Bro, don't chat to me. Don't chat to me about Leicester. Bro, who invited? Regardless of that, Neil, right? It seems as if you've held this in for a while. It seems as if you've been holding this in for a while, and now that you've got it out of you, you're smiling, you're glowing, I see the smile on your face, and I'm not seeing this for a while. But anyways, back to Man United Arsenal. Let the big boys talk. Just quiet for a second. But yeah, fair play to Man United. Fair play on the result. On to Everton on Monday.
Say again, what did you say, Babs? What did you say?
I don't know. I'm trying to hear what he said. He's got stuff to get off his chest. Neil, continue.
Cool. I'll let you go. I thought you said so.
No, that's my job that I do to other people, man.
Neil, please just get off everything you got on your chest. Take it out. I can sense a sense of frustration and tension. Your shoulders are tense. Right, I can sense it from here. Get it off your shoulders, bro. Get it off. Someone give this guy a back massage. He is stressed right now. Why are you so stressed?
Before, when you and Igalo on the program,
someone give him a back massage, bro. Listen, get it off your chest. Continue.
And now you're coming in with, oh well, I've always been balanced. No, bro. If you're not balanced, if you say you're not balanced, and I'm cool and happy with that, but don't say, oh yeah, we're not balanced. Oh, actually, I don't get too hyped when we win games. No, and we all do it as football fans. We all believe in the hype and the potential of a team that it could be, especially a young team like Arsenal. But I'm saying that don't say that. Oh, I don't get gas when we lose, and I do get gas when I don't get gas when we win, because you blatantly get gas when you win, and that's okay. But just say it how it is.
One second. All I've said today is the defeat was painful, right? But even when Arsenal beat Leicester, beat Tottenham, beat whoever, have I once said that Arsenal are back? You guys have all watched me on the show week in, week out. Have I once ever gone, Arsenal are back? Have I ever done a real Ferdinand and gone, all right, Arsenal are back? Have I?
No, we weren't talking about you being after that. We're talking about
what you said.
You're talking about a girl, right? So
If really real, I did hear a couple connotations about a title charge.
Oh, come off it, man.
Yeah, but
Shameless FC is Shameless FC. You're taking Shameless FC to the...
You've not been very shameless this show, though, bruv. Hold your chest up.
No, it's not. I've not, bruv. My chest is empty. Your chest has a lot on it, bro. So get it off your chest right now, because you've come in with smoke, and I don't know where you got the smoke from, right? But you get it off your chest because it ain't healthy.
You just don't like it.
I expected it from Flawless because he beat Arsenal. But I mean, hang on. I don't really care about Leicester in the first place. But what was the result on yesterday? Who did you play, and what was the result? Please talk to me about it.
Why are you moving on to my team?
No, because I'm asking you about a apparent top 4 rival.
A little bit, so we'll get on to Leicester a little bit later, man.
I won't be here for that, unfortunately. But I just want to know how did your team get on?
Boys, yeah?
Now I've got somewhere to be after. Thank you very much. I've got a dinner to go to. I want some curry. But please do let me know how was Leicester's performance on the weekend or on midweek. How was it?
I will talk about my team, but I'm talking about.
Let's have a look for the score. Oh, was it? Who did you play on the weekend?
Team. I don't care about what
Southampton away, and you drew 2-2.
I talk about Ryan's quadruple. I talk about Flawless when he talks about some stuff. I don't really go after him that much. I go after Lewis again when he brings up certain people. That's what I do, man. I don't have an agenda against anything because let's be honest. Your team is not good. You've got the potential to be very good. Aubameyang has flopped ever since he got a favor.
Hang on just a second. Hang on just a second. The two guys in this chat that have constantly said the same thing in this video. Arsenal are not a good team, right? And that's your opinion. I respect it.
No, I never said Arsenal are a good team. I said they're an average.
You just said Arsenal are an average team. Exactly. The two guys that keep saying it. Arsenal flawless and Neil. Arsenal are an average team, right?
Something you said earlier.
If Lewis would say that, I'd go fair enough. Chelsea are great. If Ryan was to say that, I'd go fair enough. Liverpool are great.
You've not finished in the top.
But hearing a Leicester fan who's sat in 10th go to Arsenal Football Club, an average team.
My team. I'm talking about your
no, because it makes no sense.
Then my team. I could support Barnsley. I could support fucking Derby, and the point still stands. That's all my.
If we're average, then what does that make you?
Come after my team, because it's fine. Come after my team.
If we're average, what does that make you?
When we talk about my team, when we talk about
if we're average, what does that make you? If we are average and we are shit and we are the worst team in the league, what does that make you?
No, but Babs, I don't think you're getting the point. He's saying that regardless of what team he supports, it still doesn't change the fact that Arsenal are average.
I don't think we are average. Average for me. It depends on what you think average is. For me, average is where Leicester are right now. That's what average is. So are we Leicester?
Wait.
No. One sec. Average teams put in average performances week in, week out. So if you're sat 10th in the league, a third into the season, that means you are average. So if Arsenal were there right now, Arsenal would be average.
You are average. You're talking position. We're talking.
You're mid-table. That's average.
You finished 2 years in a row.
Yeah, we did. But where are we now? Look up, bro. Don't look down. Look up now.
How many points? How many points, bruv?
14. Bro, if you put it this way, bro.
This from the man that 6 months was creaming himself again.
I've not creamed myself. What's wrong with you guys? Where does this come from? Bro, have you? But do you know my name's Babs14? My name's not Egal TV. I'm not EGTV, bro. Do you know when Kieran Gibbs got sent off?
Go ahead.
Everyone pause.
Chill.
We haven't heard from Slavia. I want to hear what Slav has
I
to
don't
say.
care. Carry on. I'm just letting you know I've got to go in like 15, 20 minutes.
See, Slav's got to go. I've got to go as well. So you know what? As I said, let me just summarize this right now. One sec. No, I'll give you a chance. Arsenal lost on the weekend. Lost yesterday. Fair play to Man United. Man United are back. Put the contract on the table. Leicester City in mid-table. Slav, please tell me about Tottenham.
Mate, I can't comment. I kept quiet during that. I didn't watch the game last night. So I got no idea what happened.
Slap two average sides. That's what it was. It was two.
No, I'm talking about Tottenham's game here. What happened in the Tottenham game?
Why are we going up Arsenal? You know what I'm saying?
No, because the topic's ended. We've talked about 45 minutes. My time is up, bro. I've got to go now.
Let's go.
I keep talking about this.
Listen, if I've got to go, I've got to bring on a substitution. I can't just leave Arsenal open. No defense. No. I need someone to defend my institution. I need an Arsenal fan on this chat.
I have a Leicester fan to defend my side.
I don't care about Leicester. I need my tag team partner, Egal EGTV. Tag him in right now. Where is he? Call him out, bro. Tag him in, bro, because I'm gonna tag out myself right now. So it is what it is. But I need my tag team partner to come in, bro. I need him to defend my club.
And he wants to hop on. He can hop on. That's cool.
Before we bring people in, I'm just gonna say my piece, and I'm gonna have to shoot.
Go on, Slav.
Friend.
Friends.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a good one.
I have to answer the question.
Yeah, I've got subs. What have you got? Have you got no squad depth? My team's got squad depth. I've got options.
Yeah, Eddie and Ketia. Yeah, that's your squad depth.
He's better than Ronaldo. Who's got more Carabao Cup goals this year? Ronaldo or Eddie and Ketia? Answer the question. And answer with your chest, bro.
This is why we're called Shameless FC,
right,
everyone.
Guys,
this is what I mean. This is the battle I was looking for.
What are you going to say?
Sorry. Everyone left the Spurs stadium yesterday just giving a massive sue. Really? That was about it, really. What do you call it? Yeah, go on, Flawless, give us a sue.
Because we got him sacked. Is that what it was?
Flawless, give us a sue.
I ain't doing no sue thing.
Sue? Like some white woman?
Go on, man.
Hey, Slav, can I ask you a question?
Big up Sue.
If you want.
So you obviously go Spurs on a consistent basis, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do Spurs fans chant about Chelsea and Arsenal as much as our fans unfortunately do about Spurs?
Not really.
See, this
Not
is
at
what
all,
I hate
to be
about Arsenal
honest.
fans. I'll be sat in Arsenal and Arsenal be playing Newcastle. Newcastle, Arsenal, so nothing to do with Tottenham. And everyone start chatting, if you hate Tottenham, stand up. I don't give a shit about Tottenham in this game, right?
Yeah, but that's
But I
the
see
thing. All the Spurs fans say all the Spurs fans say, like, like Arsenal and Chelsea fans, always banter Spurs about being crap and small and whatever. But then you spend 90 minutes singing.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's really annoying. I mean, I don't want to. I've stopped doing it now. But it's like,
if
for
you're gonna
example,
sing about us,
let me
cool,
ask
but then you can't call us
Lewis. Do your fans chant
I'm
Tottenham
here
get
to
battered everywhere they
discuss
go?
the football.
Not even just Tottenham get battered, but we just chant about Tottenham a lot.
See, yeah, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Why?
Because
It's
Like,
just weird.
we'll even put into weird ones. Like, we
No.
haven't
But
chanted
look, Neil.
about
Say if
Tottenham.
say if like yesterday,
have
right?
scored 2 goals
Say if
in
like
Derby.
yesterday.
We're still talking about Derby, and never them even administration.
Yeah, but that's your level, Neil. That's different, isn't it?
It's
Right.
what you do. You've got your rivalry. That's what makes football
No,
great.
it's not about
That's
rivalry.
why
Like,
you
sometimes
don't
it's just
like
weird though.
our
If
team,
Arsenal
why you
playing
don't like
Newcastle and
Chelsea,
Arsenal playing
it makes
Watford and
the
these
game
men start
fun.
chatting,
You
what
guys
do you
have
think of
said
Tottenham?
8,000.
I don't care. It's weird. It is really
Alright, well,
weird.
look, I am running out of
cannot
time,
care,
so I'm
but-
going to have to get on about the
Bless
few
love.
basically, we're not bad anymore. We're all right. We're all right.
Good to hear it, man.
Conte
Yeah,
is slowly stamping his style of football, and last night was the most the probably not the best football, but what's the word I'm looking for? We actually played with an identity, bit of style. The fullbacks bombing on, the wing backs, and it was good. It was really good. It was nice to watch. Clean sheet as well. Brentford and no mugs either. They're a good side. I thought we might struggle last night. And what's annoying is that if our game hadn't been called off on Sunday and we'd won, we'd be 4th right now. So we got Norwich on Sunday, and if we win that, we will be 4th. So you guys arguing about who's a point off where, who's a point off here. We're 6th,
That's
and we can go 4th.
us guys.
I'm not
You-
arguing anything. I'm just pointing out.
So-
Arguing is stupid. Why would I have
I'm
to
just
argue?
pointing out
facts.
everybody around
Man
you.
said Tottenham out of nowhere. It's mad.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll finish 4th. It's not out of the question. Obviously, it depends on everyone else as well as us and who we bring in January. But I think if anyone writes off Antonio Conte, I think you're a bit. I mean, if you were to ask a neutral someone, if you were to ask a fan of Liverpool or Lewis or Liverpool, Chelsea, City, who their favourites for the top 4 would be, some people would probably say us simply because of Conte. Lewis probably especially is a.
I want to see how
So who do you guys think is favourites of top 4?
First, but like, there's definitely
I'd
potential.
probably say United, but I think after that it would be Spurs.
We
about
looked
you,
good last
Lewis?
night, and that was without some players. We've got a couple of.
Yeah,
injuries
what Ryan
out
said.
till January.
Arsenal, I mean Spurs or United.
Comments?
We do look really good at
United.
the moment. I have to say that since he's come in,
It's not even a
a few
debate.
players look rejuvenated. Eric Dyer and Ben Davis, who I hated with a passion.
I
were
know, it was
dreadful
weird seeing
footballers.
you chant positive about them. It was weird.
Mate, Ben Davis was everywhere last night. He was really good. I mean, credit where credit's due. Eric Dyer's been our best player under Conte. So that middle, I think the middle of a back 3 suits him, where he's not so exposed in a 2. And I think he's really thriving in it because he's a good footballer. Like with the ball, he can bring the ball out of defence, and his diagonals are great. He can pick a pass because he used to play in midfield under Poch, so he's a good player. Played in midfield for England as well. So yeah, we're very quietly going about our business. A bit sort of like what Neil used to say about Leicester last season when they were doing. Everyone's worrying about people talking about Arsenal for top 4, United, whatever. I'm telling you, Conte's got us ticking. And we're only going to get better once they learn the system a bit more, once they get to work with him a bit more, once he gets to bring in his own players. And Harry Kane's not even scoring at the moment. So, but we look good. I mean, Reguilon in this wing-back system suits it perfectly. The aggression down the left-hand side, really, really positive player. Just looking really good. So, yeah, we've got Norwich on Sunday. So,
Slav, let me ask you a question. Is regular? You're saying Regular's playing well? Is he worth putting in my fantasy Premier League team? That's what I'm asking.
You know what?
Is he
I
goals
would
and
say
assists?
for this weekend. We got Norwich on Sunday, so yeah, go on.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Slav,
Yeah,
can
you
I?
got
Kane
12
gets
points
responded,
last night. Clean sheet
definitely.
last night. Clean sheet assist, 12 points.
Slav, can I ask you just a question of Spurs' game prior to the last game?
What? Are you going to talk about the Moura one?
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't really care about that one though. Like our Europa League away form,
It's not Europa League. It's conference.
Probably since 2014, under 4 different managers has been dreadful. Like I really don't care. I don't even watch those games. I'm at work because they start at 5 o'clock.
Do you have any vested interest in winning the Conference League?
Like I'll probably worry about it a bit more when we're in the knockout phases. Or
if you were to win it, would you have a parade?
No, probably not. But it would be nice. So I'm really not asked about that.
Nah, you would have a parade for it. You'd get Europa League qualification.
Let's be real. Like as much as I'd love a trophy, if we can get back in the top 4, the Champions League is where it's at. Let's be real. So I would love to get back in that top 4 because it enables Conte to attract the players that he wants. And I just think that we're not out of it at all. Like I said, we're beating the bottom of the table Norwich on Sunday, provided we don't Tottenham it, which I don't think we will. Then we'll be looking really good come the Boxing Day Christmas period. After that, I think we got Brighton, Leicester actually.
That's some easy games coming up.
I think.
Brighton,
on
Leicester.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Spurs will win those games.
I'm not
Mid-table
going to
clubs,
that game,
easy games.
I'm going on holiday the next day.
I'm not triggered by you. You're triggered by me, Babs.
And then,
Oh, fuck you know.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
yeah, so I don't know who we got after Leicester. Liverpool. We've actually got Liverpool after you.
Easy 3 points now for Spurs.
Mid-December,
no,
I think
know,
we've
probably
got
lose.
you.
But yeah, it's all right. It was a good result last night. I was really pleased with the overall performance from the first minute to the last. So very happy. Who knows what Conte might do? And I love the passion. He's nuts on the sideline, screaming for 90 minutes.
Wait till you get a bunch of 90th minute goals and he starts going crazy.
Hey, does Conte actually have a wig?
It doesn't look like it.
I don't
Who
think
cares?
it's a wig, but I think he had a hair transplant.
So it was a wig.
That's not
No.
what a hair transplant is, bro.
That's not a head.
No.
that's-
Someone said it. Someone said it used to be a wig, but he's had a hair transplant now.
Nah.
no,
Not,
yeah.
it's a hair transplant, not a wig.
I can't lie. If I start going, I'm getting one. Fuck that.
Yeah, straight up. When my
I'm not
hairline
having-
starts going back,
Yeah, when
I'm
it starts going back
crazy.
there, you know that
They'll
that's
just
coming
put.
back.
They'll just put on a durag. You'll be fine.
Nah, can't do that for work, man.
Nah, I can't do that either. I'm good,
At least he
bro.
loses
Lie.
a durag, mate.
Yeah,
That's
no,
your
you'll be a long way
vibe, innit? I can't nick that. You
Nah,
and
that ain't my
Trunks,
vibe.
that's
Hell
your
no.
vibe, innit?
Babs,
Yeah.
Babs, can
We've
I ask you a
copyrighted
question? Babs,
Go on.
do you actually think you can get top 4? Because I've been watching you.
Think it's
and I've
possible,
been
yeah.
thinking, I've been saying this since you beat Norwich. You beat a Nuno Tottenham team, scraped wins over Norwich, Burnley, and got battered by Palace, battered by Brighton.
We didn't get
Hit
that.
for 4 at Anfield, 3 last night, 5 at City, Brentford, Chelsea, and then the only games you played well in, I think, were us, the Derby and Villa, where you played very well. I'm really not convinced.
I don't think it's possible. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying we're favourites, bro, and I don't think we are favourites, but I think it's possible, yeah. Because no, the games you point out, for example, Norwich, we won 1-0, but we should have won that game 3-4-0. Watford, we won that game 1-0, we should have won that game. We missed the penalty, missed the tackle.
You did,
Aubameyang's
though.
taking away goals. My point is, we're not narrowly beating these teams. We're actually comfortably beating these teams, but we're only scoring 1 goal. We're not being clinical enough. So if Arsenal don't get top 4, it'll be down to the attack not being as ruthless as it should be. But you talk about, for example, games like we beat Leicester as well, obviously, but they've not been in the best form this season. But I think the Spurs game is gonna help out Arsenal massively because even they had Nuno, we still beat you guys. And I mean, didn't you guys beat Man City with Nuno? So and you were top of the league, and he was manager of the month, and it was all you know what I mean. But no, I'm not. I think it's a possibility.
Yeah, sounds like
Look, I was told at the start of the season that Arsenal would be lucky to make it into the top half. So the fact that we're sitting in the 5th, I mean, by that standard, by the standards you guys set Arsenal, I guess we're overachieving. In my eyes, I think it all depends. It all depends basically on how can we sign an attacker in January. If we can sign a new striker in January, I think Arsenal have a better chance of making Champions League football. But look, if it wasn't to happen, I wouldn't.
January, you've got 3 already.
No, Slav. They got
Because Lacazette might be leaving. Aubameyang's going to AFCON. And ultimately,
Or
Arsenal
do you
need
actually better?
Arsenal need a hold up striker. We don't have one right now. So I've heard there was a whole Vlahovic stuff.
Lacazette.
Like, that's just not gonna happen.
Lacazette. Is he not
No,
a
he's
holder?
leaving. He's leaving Arsenal. His contract
He's
is
still
expiring.
there.
in January,
He's still there in
though, is he?
January.
No,
That's what you're saying.
with his contract expiring, he's looking to leave in January.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what it is. He wants, but no, he don't want to leave. But basically, he's already confirmed. He's looking around at clubs.
Oh my
That was
God,
like
you
all
are
of those
shit.
ads back in the day. Just a quick
You are
buff.
Ryan then says only Norwich have created less big chances than Arsenal this season. That's actually true, to be fair.
That's false.
Whoa.
I swear
thought you said
I've
they've
seen
scored
that.
less
changed.
goals, right?
After the
makes
Newcastle
sense.
game, we made like 4 or 5
Yeah,
chances. We went up quite a bit.
you've created
In one game,
Before the,
well
United,
done.
before the United game, it was 22, and 5 of those were against
Look, I keep seeing people
So
say that Arsenal's run.
13
One sec.
games, you've created 14 big chances. or something
I
like that.
keep
You're attacking
seeing
four.
people say no, it is poor. I keep seeing people say though that Arsenal's run the whole 10 games undefeated was a fluke. If you actually look at Arsenal's, there's a lot of good metrics about this. Expected goals, expected points, chances created, all that type of stuff. From that first win against Norwich to just before the defeat against Liverpool, Arsenal were, even in terms of expected points, and the games that Arsenal were so-called fluking, Arsenal was still sat third. So even in the metrics that people want to hold Arsenal accountable towards, Arsenal is still sitting in the top 4 race. Actually, in fact, since Arsenal brought Smith Rowe into the team in December last year, so now basically a year since the day, basically, Arsenal have sat consistently in the top
Arsenal
4
are
points
16th
gained.
now for big chances created.
Yeah, now we are. Yeah, but we were. Look, it's poor. I understand it's poor, but you have to understand for the first 3 games of the year, first 3 games of the season, Arsenal made no chances whatsoever. We scored no goals whatsoever. So those first 3 games skew a lot of the metrics.
There's 3 games, and what are we on now? 14 games. So it's 11 games. That's enough time.
No,
to get
I'm not sat here saying that Arsenal have a good attack. We don't have a good attack. That's a fact. As I said,
quality-wise, you really do.
That's what you think is good quality-wise. But a lot of these players aren't as good as they used to be. We're not seeing the Aubameyang and Lacazette of 18-19. These players are not as good. They're not as clinical. And also in terms of Arsenal's.
Why is that though? Because do you know what I mean?
No, we are. You say it one sec. You say we're not creating chances. Go watch Aubameyang's performance against Newcastle and say Arsenal weren't creating chances.
I don't really watch
Go watch Aubameyang's performance against Watford and say Arsenal aren't creating chances.
Against the side 17th.
Yeah.
No, my point is, you say we don't. Aubameyang's getting chances now. He's still not scoring. Even yesterday, he had a chance. He missed a chance.
As well.
They are poor defensively. They slapped a few teams.
Yeah, they're going forward, but they're just poor defensively.
You talk to me.
No, I'm not
No,
talking to
Watford.
you. You're mid-table. I'm talking about I'm talking about the big boys here. I mean, look, Watford went
I used that line already.
they caused Chelsea issues. I mean, they caused if they caused Chelsea, I know Chelsea have won the game. But, exactly, but they caused the issue. So Watford, Arsenal made it look easy if anything, because in that game, Arsenal should have won comfortably 4-0. Missed the penalty. Odegaard scored a goal, but Aubameyang touched it just before he went in, so he would have scored it anyways if he didn't have touched the ball. Saka had a goal ruled out, but if Aubameyang had scored a tap in Arsenal, look, my point is, I'm not saying Arsenal will get top 4, but in my eyes, I see a team that is potentially able to do so if they can sort out the attack. If the attack doesn't get sorted out, and Arsenal don't address it in January, we will not make top 4.
All right. Well, speaking of 4, that's a perfect segue to Liverpool, who smashed
Well, I
Everton
need to go
4-1
anyways.
over midweek.
So,
Big up yourself, Babs,
Big up,
anyway.
Babs.
Alright, take care, everyone. Except for you,
Leicester.
Flores, you twat. In a bit. Alright, please.
Take care, man.
Yeah, please.
Leicester.
In a bit, Flores.
Oh, Slab's gone.
Bless you.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Slab.
big up, man. Do you know when
Yeah,
you mentioned 4 there, Lewis? Does that represent the 4 trophies we're going to win or the 4 goals we've been scoring?
Clip
in this
it.
game?
Clip it right now, because we're going to put an end to that
Come
one
on,
playing in
please,
December.
clip
I said that about a
4
million times,
trophies.
Clip it. We're going to end that in December. Watch.
You couldn't just take the win over your rivals in peace. You had to say something wild.
This
Yeah,
is Shameless
and that's
FC,
why we love
man.
him, man. That's what Shameless FC is all about.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. Neil
That's
knows, innit?
fair enough, at least. Oh, Slav didn't go. Yes, Slav, big up yourself. Right, Ryan, talk to me, man. What are you saying about the Liverpool win? Another 4 goals scored. Is this the best attacking Liverpool team you've seen?
Yeah, I'd say so far. Obviously, it's still like early in the season, innit? But so far it is, because I think the closest we probably had was 13-14 when we had Suarez and Sturridge.
Big up Cam.
Big up Cams, man.
Right,
Big up
don't
Cams.
do this,
Nah, but
please.
I think the season we had Suarez and Sturridge is probably the closest in terms of the amount of goals we were scoring per game to this season. And that was crazy. We scored like 101 league goals in that season. And at the moment, if we go at the rate we are right now, we're on course to smash that as well. We're on course to get well over 101 this season in the league. I think so far in 14 league games, we've scored 43 goals, so that's averaging just over 3 a game. In all competitions, we've scored 63 goals in 21 games, so that's averaging 3 a game. Like, we're just on fire, man. I think there's another one. I think apart from when we played Chelsea in August, we've scored at least 2 goals in every game. Like, thing is with our attack is that even, like, I'll give you an example. The West Ham game where we lost 3-2, it's like I didn't think we were good going forward in that game. I thought we were pretty poor going forward, but we still scored twice, and we probably should have scored a couple more because Mane missed a couple of sitters in that game. So we're still creating chances no matter how we're playing, and we're still scoring goals. So yeah, in terms of goal scoring and attacking play, this is the best I've probably seen Liverpool since I've been supporting them, to be fair. But it's still halfway through the season, but hopefully it continues, isn't it?
It's not even hot. It's a third, I think.
Yeah, right now
Third
the
of
only
the
thing
season. I'm
that's
not
going to
good
hold
with-
you
too
guys
good with
back
the
is
maths, bro,
AFCON.
but yeah.
Yeah, we
And
know.
that's
But
only
I
going to
know.
be 2
If
games.
you know you
either.
ain't good with maths when you think Liverpool gonna win 4 trophies and you're gonna win 0, so you know, yeah, we know your maths is off. But here we are. On that note, I'm a dip out though, people. Big up to you,
Yeah,
man.
piss
Big
off,
up the
innit?
whole
Yeah.
shameless
Bro,
guy.
take care
Get
of
that.
yourself.
I gotta be on time, man. Man can't be like older guy in the Old Trafford box. But here we are. Love to everyone that's locked. Hey, Arsenal, hold that. You know what I'm saying? The Arsenal fans hold that. You know what I'm saying? Bless up though. Love
tell
to
'em
everyone.
again.
It was more aimed at Babs, in my opinion.
It was
'cause I know
definitely
how
at
Babs
Babs.
can on smoke. So it
That's
is
why
what
me
it
and
is.
Neil. Yeah, 100%. Like an enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's why me and Neil get on. Fuck Arsenal. innit? But here
It
we
is what
are.
it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, bless
But
up.
the thing
Say,
is, if
say.
Flawless said the same shit, I'd come exactly the same after him.
Yeah,
That's just how I am.
Nah, it's right. You gotta be
I'm saying
consistent.
that
You
you,
right for the
as
quadruple,
always.
and it is what it is.
Yeah. If Arsenal had won, he'd be on here talking the most. Now they lost. They're a bang
Yeah,
average
yeah.
side.
We're top
They're-
4, blah blah blah. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
you know,
But
yeah.
then
They're one of
hold
the-
your chest when you're losing games.
They are one of the worst sides I've seen come to Old Trafford this season. And we played Leeds and Newcastle. They're bang average. They're moderate at
Yeah.
best. That is being kind. That is being extremely kind. But here we are. Arsenal fans hold that. Lewis, catch up with you soon. Big up. Always good to see you, Slavs. Neil,
That's bro.
Ryan, unfortunately.
Yeah, man.
But you know, we move
Also, this
forward.
trim slab
Yeah.
is nice. This beard lineup is it's nice as well.
Are you talking about you, what?
Cheers, bro.
Flawless?
No, Slav.
Oh, Slavs, all right. I didn't know you were talking about Slav stuff.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
getting
it's
ready
looking
to
on point,
reload
man.
some
It's looking on
slander if it
point
was
still.
flawless. That's why.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's-
last thing on the Liverpool game as well, because I do have to run through the rest of these results quickly. Talk to me about Everton and Benitez, and like, because they've been a fucking mess over the last month or two. And do you think it's more Benitez or do you think it's more Everton as an overall club?
I'd probably say more Everton as an overall club, because you saw Ancelotti struggled with that team, and this is Carlo Ancelotti, one of the best all-time managers at the end of the day, who struggled with that team and dipped as soon as he found a way out, to be honest. But what I will say to defend Benitez and Everton to an extent is that they have got a lot of injuries at the moment. I'll give them that. You know, Rondon's out. Calvert-Lewin's out, who's probably arguably their most important player in the team, definitely from an attacking point of view. They're having to play Rondon, who's just crap. I don't think their midfield is good enough. You looked at their bench as well. They're bringing players like Anthony Gordon on, and these guys. I mean, come on, innit?
I heard he was one of their better players.
He probably was, innit? But I think by the time he came on, the game was pretty much done, to be honest. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't think they've got a great squad overall, especially, which is surprising considering the amount of money and investment that's gone into that club over the years as well.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of Benitez, I do think you've got to look at the overall club at the end of the day, from top to bottom, to be honest. Their defense is very poor. Their defense is abysmal. And that's actually one thing that surprises me about a Benitez team, is that normally they are well drilled defensively and well structured and don't concede too many goals and don't
But the
leak as many
players are
goals
good
as what
though,
they did
Ryan.
the
I
other
mean, you're
day.
looking at the likes of Keane,
Mhm.
Godfrey, Coleman, Digne.
Yeah.
They should be doing better than that.
And
Player for
Seamus
player and as a
Coleman,
back four, they should be doing better than that. And it's not Benitez's fault. I'm
Michael
with you,
Keane's
bro.
the biggest donkey around.
He is.
He has his moments, but he can be a decent player. He can do a lot better than what he's currently doing.
I think he's a lower league Premier League centre back, bro. That's it. I don't rate him really.
I don't agree about their squad. I think their squad is really poor.
Yeah, it's bad. It's very bad.
People
I
are
think.
hyping Damari Gray. He's crap.
But he's their best player going forward at the moment. That's the
That's
worst
say-
thing.
that's saying the most thing.
Wasn't me.
That and Townsend, and he was on the bench for Palace most of last season.
I said
He was
Everton's
released
squad
by
is very
Palace.
bad, especially when you consider the
Released?
amount of money. It should be a
Yeah,
lot
they didn't
better.
They
sign him.
got
He
him as
got
a free
released.
agent.
And
Oh
Gray.
my gosh.
And Gray, we get Gray go for free on a 1-year deal. They let him go after 6 months. Like by Leverkusen,
Ryan,
by the way.
send some donations to your boys. They're starving.
But they're FFP, innit? There are problems with FFP. That's why. So this year they've had to just sign whoever's free because FFP, because before they've always spent on big players. Again, 50 mil on Richarlison. You're looking at big money. I think Alan was 38 million. Yerry Mina was 20 or 30 mil. All these players add up. And I think they've hit the point where, right, we can't go any more than this. And the best manager they could get that would do that kind of galvanize the team would be Benitez. And they've got that. And it's still, I just think it's bad juju, man. They just, anything that goes to Everton is just not happening.
The amount of managers that they've gone through over the last few years as well. You're talking Marco Silva, Ronald Koeman, Carlo Ancelotti, obviously Benitez. Now that's like 4 in the space of 4 to 5 years at the end of the day, and you've still got players from probably Ronald Koeman playing. It's like, had he the manager as Carlo Ancelotti, even as Rafa Benitez, got their own team of players right now? Probably not.
I just saw that. I didn't even. Was that there before? Did you? It's the first time you're seeing it, all right?
No, it was there before. It was when we were off stream. I clocked it in it. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to dip for a
Good
sec.
still, it's good, man. But
by dip off, do you mean
Everton,
display that?
Oh, I forgot about the Avi. Yeah. No, that's a nice little touch too. Hope Av's got to see that.
do you guys
yeah,
think
Brian
it's
Everton-
lasting
What was that?
long? Because I think he'll be gone soon. I can't lie. I think there's so much toxic. It's so toxic at that club now, especially because the fans were never really in too much favour of him in the first place, considering his Liverpool past. And now the
I
minute things are
thought
going
they gave
very
him a
bad.
chance. To be fair, like
They
all
did when they were
applauded him
winning.
he came on for the first
They
game.
did because they started off the season not too bad. They
Really
were winning
well.
a few games. But
Mm.
I knew as soon as things would go downhill, they'd turn him in instantly because it's
I
easy
bet
for
you
him
they
to
beat Arsenal on
turn on
Monday,
an
though.
ex-Liverpool manager.
Not sure about that. I mean,
Yeah.
Everton are poor.
They're very bad. They're very bad. But I do think he will be gone soon. Because I think they had a meeting, actually, the Everton board, after the game that night or the next morning to discuss his future. At the moment, they're giving him time. They're still with him. But I don't see that being for too long.
I think you could look at it as, I mean, if I was an Everton fan, I'd probably say sack him. And then as a neutral, though, I'd probably say give him Calvert-Lewin back.
Yeah, I think he deserves a chance when he's got his players back to see how he will do with near enough a full team back, because he has got, in fairness to him, a lot of injuries still. Like Calvert-Lewin's a big one. That's a big. Rondon's rubbish, in it. Like, he's not offering anything.
Well, the thing is, he got the best out of him, but that was a few years ago. I think we were playing Shanghai, I think, and then he came back to the Premier League.
Was it Newcastle they were at?
Newcastle, because they had. I remember that season that before Newcastle let go of him, it was Perez and Rondon, who were like their two shining players. Rondon went off to Shanghai, something or other, and then or one of the Chinese teams,
Did
and
you guys
Perez
get
came
Perez
to us.
then?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good result for
but
Leicester
Everton
as
ain't
well this
trouble,
week,
man.
Neil.
We'll be
That
all
was
right.
sarcasm, sorry. Should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask what's happening with Leicester, because you guys had the 2-2 draw with Southampton on Tuesday. Madison did really well for you guys, but I think it's more Madison's form that's helping you guys keep racking up points recently.
It's a weird one. So I was coming on here last time after obviously the Chelsea result, thinking we were both like the managers nowhere near it. There's so many problems. Like they were playing Lookman as a number 8. He was playing so many problems. But since then they've kind of. It's no coincidence that result and that kind of distortion in the background. Because I remember I said I wasn't in favor of getting rid of the manager. However, something had to change, and something has gone on between obviously Rangnick coming into Man United and Leicester starting to pick up a little bit of form. I mean, we beat Watford 4-2. We beat Legia Warsaw, and I thought, okay, we're turning a corner now, getting past the dip. We're starting to move up. Now, the first half against Southampton, we were poor, really, really poor. Brendan Rodgers came out, changed tactics second half, and we went on again to get a 2-2 draw. It's one of them games where we deserved a draw, but either team could have won it, where they could have got a penalty because Ndidi decided to kick Romeo straight in the chest. Oh, yeah, because it was offside, so that got given before. Otherwise, we'd lose that game. Jamie Vardy missed a complete open sitter. I'm not blaming Jamie Vardy. I mean, everybody's talking about Jota and Mane and
Oh, he's been
especially
brilliant for
Salah.
you.
And well done. But yeah, Vardy is still second place and nobody's talking about it. So I'm saying big up himself. 34 years old, still smashing it. Didn't know if this was going to be a season where Daka would take over, but it looks like that Jamie Vardy is still smashing it. I mean, he missed an opportunity, sure, but he's still on fire this season.
Every striker, man.
Yeah. But again, people talk about Jota and that, and I'm just saying, yeah, that is Jamie Vardy is there and he's back. Defensively, we're a shambles. We aren't great. We're genuinely with not problems. We're trying to win games 2-2. We've got one clean sheet this season, so you're going to score against us. If anybody's got a Leicester fan, Leicester play defensively in FPL, take them out. You're not going to do yourself any favors. We're not good defensively overall, but we're starting to turn a corner, and we are again around mid-table. It's not been disastrous because now we're about mid-table, and that's where we deserve to be, considering all the performances we put in. But we are turning a corner. Now we're coming up to December. At the end of December, I'll make my. I think we're going to obviously stick with the manager. We're going to stick with the squad, and we'll see what happens. But I think we'll be okay. But I'm a lot happier than the last time I was on Shameless, which is the 3-0 against Chelsea. Because I think Lewis, we watched that. That was terrible.
That was horrendous. That was awful football from you guys. But it looks like you guys are getting better at the very least. Feel any more optimistic about your chances for the season in terms of, I don't know if you're after top 4, top 6?
Europe, maybe, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I'm just taking it one step at a time. In terms of the amount of players that are in that amount of teams, again, if Arsenal are there, in terms of you're looking at Tottenham, Man United are there. There are teams around there that are kind of doing bits. We're one of them. We're not at the level where we can be, but we know you guys have seen how good our levels have been in the past. So we can always return to that. The problem is we're not doing that, but we're kicking in and we're starting up. Where we can finish anywhere from 12th. But I wouldn't say we get top 4. I know we said we're going to get a season, but I think we can be around that position as well. So we'll be challenging, which is an exciting point, considering that we were slipping further and further down the table and I didn't know where the bottom was just a couple of weeks ago.
That's all right. Fair enough. Well, I can't lie, guys. We're going to drop a little bit more, but I do have to head out. But big up everyone that's locked in. There's been yet another great episode of Shameless FC. We will be back on Sunday, 10 p.m., the usual time to go through all the weekend results. Hopefully, we've beaten West Ham.
Antonio.
I don't even know
Antonio.
But, oh, God help us. If we don't beat West Ham, we might have to rearrange this one to next week.
That's not how that works, man. I'm going to stream you on it on my channel.
Antonio.
You have it on another channel, innit?
You can't. When them man lost 3-2, he's still turned up.
Nah, I was busy that day, innit?
No, he still turned up, innit?
Oh, which one?
Fuck it. But yeah, big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. Links to everyone's socials and channels are down in the description below. Big up everyone. We will see you guys on Sunday for the review of the West Ham Chelsea result. Or check out the Don Robbie stream tomorrow as well. Big up everyone that's locked in. Like and subscribe. And we out. Oh, yeah. I'm glad Robbie called me. Get me the fuck away from the London Stadium. Absolute landfill site. But let's go. Big up everyone that's locked in. Like and subscribe. As always, we will leave you with the 2021 Team of the Year. Take care. Like and subscribe. And as always,